And hello. Hey, everybody. I think we're live. Cool. Oops. Hopefully I won't start bleeding out on this live stream. I hope not. So let's refresh the chat. It's not working. Obviously, it says there's 14 people here. I don't believe that. I wouldn't even believe if there were 4 people here. Let's see. Let's see what it says. It says there are 2. Yeah, seems about right. About a minute in, 2 people. Okay, what's up, guys? I'm assuming Debbie and Nick are my 2 viewers. Am I right? Could be anybody. I don't know. I just went live on, oh, I am bleeding, aren't I? Motherfucker. It's hard to see. I think I'm bleeding a little bit. Scratched myself. Psst, unreal. There we go. Oh. Wow, man. That sucks. Hey, Steve. Hey, Josh. Oh, I was wrong. I was wrong about the names, wasn't I? Okay. Okay. We're good. We're good. You guys hear me okay? Did you guys enjoy the morning show on Facebook, I hope? You guys were all there, I hope? Yes, yes. Today's Friday. I'm allowed to eat here in an hour and a half because I've shifted my my fasting times. So I've shifted to 10 o'clock from noon to now 10 o'clock in the morning I can eat. So I can eat from... The audio is low on your end? Really? I got the microphones right in front of me. I don't think I've adjusted anything. Is the audio quiet for everybody else? Guys? My microphones are like right here. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Yeah, they're both working. Oh, they're both working. What's wrong with your audio, Nick? I mean, I could turn up my preamps here, but I haven't touched anything. Josh and Steve say the audio is good, so Nick, figure out what's going on. Let me know. A little quieter than usual. Hey, Callie. I was just watching videos and they were loud. I don't know. Here, I could turn up my volume a little bit more before I hit sound problems. Here, how's that? Does that fix it? Hopefully there's no noise in the background, because yesterday when I turned up, it was like, somebody's like, yeah, it's a little noisier though. There's more background noise. I'm trying to avoid that. Callie, thank you for the 3. Michael, thank you for the 3. Yes, 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 yes. I can smoke. J-Bone and Steve Running. Yes, thank you for the 3s, guys. You guys are sharing the video around. I just went live on Facebook, and I had 15 viewers on Facebook. I was just doing a grow update, so if you guys want to see that grow update, go over to my Facebook channel, one of them, the main one, and you can go watch that video. It's up right now. You can go watch it. You'll see the grow update. Everything's looking great. Everything's looking fantastic out there. No bugs yet. It's a matter of time before the bugs start showing up, man. I'm going to be out there with a backpack sprayer fucking going crazy. It's like I want to do a preventative spray on them. So maybe I'll do that. I should do some preventative spraying, man. I just hate fucking putting shit on them. Maybe I'll spray them and then wash them with soapy water, you know? But that doesn't really... That's kind of fucking... I don't know. I just don't want fucking spider mites and aphids and thrips and all that shit. Okay, so figuring out how I'm going to start the introducing cannabis into my bloodstream this morning. Is it going to be flower, or is it going to be dabs? I think it's going to be flower. Jack Hare. Get started here. So, Nick, did you fix the sound or what, buddy? The Cuervo Gold, the fine Colombian. What? What? Did you just say fine Colombian? Isn't that an oxymoron? In today's world, fine Colombian doesn't exist. All right, so are we ready? Nope, only low on this video. It's all good. Oh, are you on Facebook? You guys, Nick is having a problem with the sound. Is anybody else noticing lower sound? Only low on this video, and then you say it's all good. You guys are all able to hear me okay though, right? It's plenty loud, right? Let me know. I don't want to waste too much time on that. Let me know quick, okay, guys? Please. Please. All right, cheers. Cheers, guys. You guys that are sharing the video, you know who you are. It's Callie, Michael Goldsmith, J-Bone, and Steve Running. Thank you. Cheers. Now, Woodchuck says low. I'm going to turn up my mics. All right. How's that? Did that make a difference? Oh, we missed the sun, didn't we? Yeah, the sun was a little lower before. Did that make the sound louder, guys? Are my mics further away than they normally are? Is that what the problem is? It's a lot louder now? Nick, did that fix your sound, bro? Wow. Okay, cool. And not noisy? I meant to ask, is there any redwoods in your area? I've got a couple of sequoias here on my property. But they're not very common. Those were brought in and planted here. It did get a bit louder. Good, because I turned up the preamps and I brought the mics closer to my mouth. So these are directional mics, and they're a little temperamental. They're not like omnidirectionals that will pick up sound in an entire room. So they have to be pointed right at the sound source. And these are more pointed at my nose than my mouth. I just realized that too. I totally have the mics pointed towards my eyes instead of my mouth. And that makes a difference. And it probably just got even louder. So enjoy that. And kicking goals. Sound good. No backfeed noise crackling like yesterday. Crackling? Like on Jimmy Dore's show? So plant number 1 is catching up. And I got to tell you, I can't believe how quick it's happening. Look at plant number 1. It's catching up to plant number 4. It's not as big as plant number 4, but it's almost as big as plant number 4. But look at that thing, man. Look at it exploding. And it's because it gets the most amount of sun. That is because that spot, and you can see there's already sunlight hitting that one plant. You know, the sun only falls on pot number 1. I love that. And that is why that plant is going to accelerate past all the other ones, hopefully, in the grow. Because it just gets more sun exposure. If I was greedy, you know, I'd go around and cut the treetops that were blocking my sun. But I'm not. I don't care. I get plenty of cannabis this way. But just so you know, if you're in full sun exposure without treetops blocking, you'll get even more. But I'm up 3,000 feet, so that increases my sunlight 40%. During Covfefe at my aunt and uncle's place in the country, rural Kansas. Right on, Orca. Swimming. Swimming out there in Kansas. Top of the morning. I hate autocorrect, says Sean. Okay, I know. It always thinks it's smarter than you are. And it never is. It always is. It probably is 99% of the time. We just don't realize it. You're like, I spelled all those words correctly. I'm sure I did. So I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here staring at the plants, man. I'm just like, I love looking at them, man. I just like glancing. I got it on a big screen here next to me. Hey, Karen, Sean. Okay, did dabs last night. Got fucked up. Name, my dad passed away this week. Sad times. Teresa. Oh, I'm sorry. That's horrible. I'm sorry. Autocorrect has ruined relationships before. You know, the internet has ruined plenty. Okay, let's do another bong rip. All of you guys that are sharing this video, thank you so much. Dice Man, Crazy Karen, Brian Wallace, Josh G, Brian Wallace, Teresa, Callie, Michael Goldsmith, J-Bone, Steve Running, and we'll do one for Nick, even though he didn't drop a digit. I know he's probably busy driving, so here's one for you too, bro. Cheers, everybody. You even Russell Brand, bro? Any of you? Answer me now. Cheers, Nick. Garden's looking good. You like the feeding tube method? Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? Makes it easy so you can have your cages up and get right there at the roots of the plants without having to get in there. I'm an innovator, and more people should watch this show and learn cool things like that. Do you even Russell Brand, bro? I'm trying to think. The Wolf of Wall Street one is good, but his takedown of Jeff Bezos is amazing. Dude, you guys, if you don't Russell Brand, you need to. His channel on YouTube is called Russell Brand. Okay? It's easy to find. Russell Brand. I probably put one L, but it's two L's. Russell Brand. Selling and brand. Huh, that's interesting. In the same name, sell and brand. But anyway, you guys need to all definitely be subscribed to watching Russell Brand. I don't agree with everything the man says, but hey, man, I don't agree with everything that I don't think anybody in the entire world says. You know, I don't think I have found that person yet. But it's okay. We could disagree on certain things. He makes so much sense on so many other things, and I want you guys to pay close attention. He's hard to listen to. He's hard to track. So I'm gonna move my microphones like this, and I want you guys to really pay attention. Okay? You see the difference it made when I turned the mics away from my mouth? All right, listen to this.
Do you want to tell Jeff and his brother they're not going to space? Because I ain't telling him. No, you're right. Shut the house, Bill. Jeff and his brother are up at space. Do you know, I had another dream. I'd like to go for another 10 minutes. Close the house, Bill. Jeff's back to space again.
Now, when he's joking around and shit, he can be a little hard to understand. Don't let that stop you from listening to him. Okay? Trust me, he is saying words, and you do understand those words. So if you play him back in slower motion because he talks really fast sometimes, you'll hear. He's making total sense all the time.
Jeff Bezos of Amazon has decided that he's going to space on a rocket that looks like a cock. The fact is, though, that he's been given billions of dollars of your money just so he can go to space on a cock rocket. Meanwhile, Amazon workers are treated like shit. Are you over the moon?
Are you guys already laughing at that shit? A cock rocket? Jeff Bezos is going on to the moon. He's going out in space on a rocket that looks like a cock. He calls it a cock rocket.
About that? Sorry. Or are you fuming?
Even for one of the richest people in the world, the stakes are high. Jeff Bezos announcing on Instagram he's flying next month in a rocket made by his company, Blue Origin.
Sean, you yet to hear something? Just keep listening. You'll find something, I'm sure. I say a lot of stuff. You guys,
I am impressed by the cock rocket. It looks good. It was amazing to see those jets, propulsion coming out the back of it. It was so cool. In any event, look at how it's being reported by the media. With a real slap on the back, pat on the back. Ingenuity, stars, entrepreneurs. These guys are reaching for the moon. Look at you lot sat around eating Doritos in your pants. You're scum. You don't...
You need to understand that. You need to understand what he just said. That the media supports Jeff Bezos 110%, and they're giving a pat on the back, and they're doing these puff stories on him to make him look even bigger and better. And Russell Brand makes a great point right here.
Ingenuity, stars, entrepreneurs. These guys are reaching for the moon. Look at you lot sat around eating Doritos in your pants. You're scum. You don't deserve to be happy. And you aren't, are you? Well, that's why. Meanwhile, though...
Do you see that? And the media looks at us and they wag their finger at us and say, see, you're not an achiever like Jeff Bezos is. He gets to go into outer space on his own rocket, and you sit there on your couches with your Doritos. Dude, this is one of the best uploads Russell Brand has ever put up. You guys are going to fucking love this.
Another way you could report the same story, and the way, in fact, that we are going to report the story, is this. Jeff Bezos is getting given billions of dollars in order to pursue these, what I might call, villainous ambitions. Like, why do you want to go to space? Leave space alone. You've done enough damage on Earth, for God's sake. So, a few things are interesting about this. One, why the media reporting it in this manner. And two, why are our government giving subsidies, tax breaks, and just plain cash to some of the richest people that have ever lived? Hannah Cox, writing in the Foundation for Economic Education, said, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are two of the richest men in the world. Musk's Tesla and SpaceX have received nearly $5 billion in government aid over the years in various forms, grants, environmental credits, tax breaks, loans, while Amazon received more than $3.7 billion in taxpayer subsidies at the federal level alone. Don't you, when you hear something like that, you sort of think, I don't really understand it, but it sounds like it's normal, like it's sort of meant to be like that. Well, it isn't. Jeff Bezos, while evidently being a competent organiser and logistics manager for a massive company, is a person. The same as you are a person. He is no different from you. There's no reason why he should be given... Well, there are reasons why he should be given $3.7 billion. Because, he's creating jobs and he's creating... That's not really the truth, though, is it? Because there are loops that exist within the realms of the powerful between government and big business, and these loops circulate and continually grease as they perpetuate.
If you see the Earth from space, it changes you. It changes your relationship with this planet, with humanity.
Well, I hope it does, Jeff, because one of the things that it might be nice if it changed is the way that you treat your workers. Bezos' warehouse imposed strict production quotas. Sometimes I look down at the Earth and I think, I'd like to impose strict production quotas on that. Arbitrary firings, total surveillance, 10-hour workdays with 2 half-hour breaks. I look down at that mystery and think, wow, that is the same Earth that Shakespeare and Mozart and Gandhi walked upon. The Earth of all the great mysteries. And I think, I'd like to impose very short bathroom breaks on that. But this global perspective, which Bezos claims, ought engender this or naught else, a sense of oneness, of unity, of fairness and justice. How can you be like a billionaire titan and still sort of go, no, we're not paying them that, we're not paying them that. No, they're not going to unionise. If they unionise, they'll have a voice, they'll have power. Isn't there enough money? Isn't there enough profit? What this kind of news reporting does is it promotes the idea, insinuates the idea insidiously into your mind and my mind that these people are superior to us, they're different from us, they don't have to live by the rules that we live by, that they're entitled to 3.5 billion tax breaks, while human beings, exactly the same as him, aren't allowed to have toilet breaks or unionise in the companies that foster, garner, funnel that wealth to him and his rockets. And also, if someone's got that much money, what are you giving them a subsidy for? Oh, you know, we give them a subsidy, then they keep their factories here and they do this and they create these jobs. This is an ideology. If this was a religious ideology where people wore funny hats or capes, you'd be all over it, wouldn't you? You'd go, oh, this is just made up. This isn't real. There is no God. There was a man in the sky in a chair. Yeah, there is a man in the sky in a chair, and it's Jeff Bezos.
We've been perfecting our ability to launch, land, and repeat.
Bezos will be on board the first human flight of the 59-foot New Shepard rocket near the edge of space.
All I'm pointing out to you here is that the media are supporting industry in creating a version of reality that is bogus and beneficial to the most powerful people, when you could just say, Jeff Bezos is like in this incredibly privileged position. He's got loads and loads of money. He's getting even more money from the government. He'll develop products with the money given to him by the government, possibly along the lines of space exploratory, kit and tech, and then they'll sell that back to the market and to the government, the same way like the technology that I'm talking to you through right now. These are all developed through subsidies. The myth, the narrative, the story, the ingenuity and the free market creates these things is duplicitous. It ain't true. When it comes to taking your money, we're operating in a kind of a free market situation. When it comes to dishing it out to them, we're operating in a peculiar wealth redistribution, an inverted peculiar socialism where the poorest people have to contribute to the continuing advantages of the richest people. The ideology is not even what it claims to be.
It's a big deal for me. I invited my brother to come on this first flight because we're closest friends. Changes your relationship with this planet, with humanity. It's one Earth.
It's weird because when he's talking about looking down at the Earth from space, you feel like it's someone on the precipice of some kind of brilliant, beautiful revelation. Don't you think that what should follow all that stuff should be? So I've realised, actually, I'm not going to go to space, and I'm going to not sort of set up some fund where all my money's funneled off and I pretend it's a charity and it never gets dealt out properly. I'm actually gonna create communities, because if Jeff Bezos wanted to, he could make a difference. All of us can individually and certainly collectively make a difference, but Jeff Bezos, with his resources and power, could create an incredible difference. This, I suppose, brings me to a point that I've long believed and iterate elsewhere on this channel, is that Jeff Bezos ain't going to do that, because by the time you get to that position, you've been through all sorts of funnels and filters to make sure that you're not that kind of bloody person, and you've had so much conditioning and programming that that kind of thought just wouldn't occur to you. You'll think of, is there a gesture that can make it look like we're doing something? Yeah, well, that'll do then. That'll do, instead of doing something. Meanwhile, if you need me, I'm in fucking space with my brother.
I really want you to come with me. Would you?
Are you serious?
I am. I think it would be meaningful. I want to go on this flight because it's a thing I've wanted to do all my life.
Why are you bolting sentimentality and human emotion onto this sort of garish endeavour to further solidify the notion that there are real meaningful distinctions between different human beings? Ever since I was a little boy, it was my dream to start a massive organisation that didn't treat its workers properly, and then while they were being treated quite badly and being paid poorly, just to fuck right up to fucking space. That's how I saw it, and unbelievably, for me, that's what's happening. My dreams did not work out so well. So shut up! Hey, is this one of your scheduled breaks, Carlos? No, sir. Sorry, I'll go back to the factory.
In the end, the whole journey will only take about 10 minutes from liftoff to landing.
10 minutes to go to space. It's costing all that money. Woo! Did you enjoy that? What? Sorry, not enough. What happened?
Jeff Bezos and his brother will be the first passengers on the New Shepard rocket that he spent millions designing.
New Shepard has cleared the tower.
I'm also offended by the title New Shepherd a little bit. Who was the old shepherd? It was Jesus.
With those on board experiencing weightlessness after 3 minutes. It will peak after 4 minutes, just above the Kármán line.
Why are we celebrating this? Like, what kind of, like, see, this is the thing. Mainstream media news purports to be objective, right? Look at this, objective graphics, and like a nice little chart of the cock rocket zooming up across the horizon. The Kármán line, the boundary between Earth and space. Oh, this seems very grown up. Oh, they know what they're doing. They're crossing over the Kármán line. Seems we should all be okay. This is all pointless. Some man and his brother can fuck space.
The capsule will drift back to Earth using parachutes before landing in the West Texas desert.
This is not news. This is propaganda. This shouldn't even be on the news. This is propaganda, and it's insidious propaganda at that. It's designed to normalise excess and inequality, and to propose that the myth of progress is ongoing. Not long ago, my lifetime, nearly, the space race was undertaken between nations, the United States of America and Russia, and perhaps that was no better, given as it was kind of a proxy war for ongoing nuclear tension between those two countries. But now that same competition is undertaken by individuals, underwritten economically. So the myth of the nation, which, you know, is just a way of corralling people together into manageable populations so they'll all behave according to the behest and will of a sort of powerful elite at the top of that nation, has now been further distilled into a kind of a corporatised idea, as predicted by David Foster Wallace and sort of written about in his book Infinite Jest, that you have the logos of the corporation wallpapered over the idea of the nation. The nation harnesses our natural tribal tendencies. We're together, we're one, let's help one another. We're proud of the National Health Service, I'm proud of the US Marine Corps. These ideas that people can come together and achieve great things. Beautiful, truthful, honest, powerful emotions. But when those emotions are mobilised and utilised for the further convenience and advantage of already powerful people, I would call it a disgusting contrick. A disgusting contrick practised at large on ordinary people. When I suppose what's powerful about this image system, the ascending beyond the limitations of life, ascending beyond the earth itself, is it kind of mobilises our mythic understanding of the holy, the divine, the ethereal, that which could be reached. But those things should be reached by all of us collectively. With the moon landings, you know, still the most watched television event in history, kind of a success that was felt by a nation, little boys and girls waving flags thinking we're part of something big. Well, this now has calcified down to, this is about the individual. This is about Jeff Bezos mawkishly celebrating his perhaps very real love for his brother, using the most galling of technical toys that a lot's being shot up into space, if you ask me, could feed and clothe and help and aid the poor and dispossessed people of the world.
That flight on July 20th is also the 52nd anniversary of the first Apollo moon landing. David?
An incredible anniversary to mark.
Check this out. The government are absolutely determined to give Jeff Bezos money to fulfil his childish dream, or childhood dream, of either of being a spaceman. Look, recently the two men have been competing for another taxpayer-funded contract, a NASA grant for astronauts on the moon. Last month it was announced that Musk's company, SpaceX, would be awarded the contract. This is like an episode of The Simpsons where Barney and Homer are trying to go to space.
You've both worked very hard, and in a way you're both winners. But in another more accurate way, Barney is the winner.
But during the review process, lawmakers are now angling to help Bezos receive $10 billion. But I wanted to go to the moon. I wanted to go to the moon with my brother. Don't worry, Jeff. We'll get you $10 billion contract. We'll amend the bill. We'll amend it because Maria Cantwell, who's a senator in the state where Blue Origin's, Jeff Bezos' space company, is based and headquartered, she can tack on a little grant for you for $10 billion. So Everyone's going to space. It's not a party bag where you just get a bit of cake and trips to space for all of the billionaires. You all go to space. You're going to space. You're going to space. Well, I didn't want to go to space. You're still going. Blue Origin spent 625 grand lobbying the Senate between January and March of 2021. Even though in that particular case they didn't achieve their stated objective, that 625 grand still went to the government. Money is going in that direction and money is coming in that direction, sort of like a circle made of money. Check this out as well. This is a hard fact to swallow. The federal government spends $75 billion a year on subsidies to private businesses. There's no easy way to fully measure the dollar amount of corporate handouts across federal, state and city budgets, much less the amount of corporate welfare given via other means like selective tax breaks or regulatory favouritism. Just get your head around that for a moment. Take a moment to understand that the government gives billions to already rich businesses. So when you sort of hear something like, no, we can't, we can't have that healthcare plan. We can't. Why? Well, no money. What? Are you seriously suggesting that we don't send Jeff Bezos and his fucking brother to space? Do you want to tell him? Do you want to tell Jeff and his brother they're not going to space? Because I ain't telling him. No, you're right. Shut the hospital. Jeff and his brother are off to space. Do you know, I had another dream. I'd like to go for another 10 minutes. Go to another hospital. Jeff's back to space again.
I wasn't even expecting him to say that he was going to be.
He just rocked my skull off of my speaker.
Asked me to go along. I was just awestruck.
Seriously?
If you're willing, if you want to. Yeah.
Charles Koch once said, subsidies and mandates are just two of the privileges that government can bestow on politically connected friends. Others include grants, loans, tax credits, favourable regulations, bailouts, loan guarantees, targeted tax breaks and no big contracts. Okay. Corporate welfare is a form of cronyism. It's a direct...
It's so fucking pathetic Jeff Bezos has to buy his own brother. He's like, will you love me if I take you to space with me, bro?
Attack on free market capitalism, which, by the way, is the ideology that they claim to adore. It doesn't exist at all. It's quantitatively eased into a new reality. It's held together by subsidies and handouts. It's just like some mad party that you've not been in there, to paraphrase George Carlin, invited to. Furthermore, just to hammer home that there is a serious side to this, admittedly, in some ways, absolutely hilarious and brilliantly funny story, that during the pandemic, Musk, the dude who won the contract, fired workers who took unpaid leave during the pandemic. Cool. He's virulently anti-union. National Labour Relations Board found that Tesla illegally interrogated workers over suspected efforts to form a union. There's a legal way of interrogating people. Fired one and disciplined another for union-related activities, threatened workers if they unionised, and barred employees for communicating with the media. I'm not talking about this will go socialism, have state communism a la Mao's China or Stalin's Russia, saying have a fairer, more just society. The only way of doing that is to ensure that people that do not have the power to send their brother off on a rocket for a bit of a laugh are able to get a bloody toilet break.
Only 6 seats in the capsule, each with a window. 1 seat on Bezos' flight will go to the winner of a month-long auction currently in progress, bidding already soaring to over $3.5 million as of tonight.
It's like a real-life Willy Wonka, except where Charlie Bucket's got to pay for that fucking ticket.
What a remarkable opportunity, not only to have this adventure, but to be able to do it with my best friend.
I've not got nothing against brothers cuddling. It's just it seems like a galling, disgusting, lachrymose, sentimental trick to hoodwink people into accepting unfairness, inequality in a very practical and real way in the case of people who are working at those organisations, and in a more general way for all people that are suffering and feel like they don't have access to, let alone their sky-high giddy kid dreams, but dignity and ordinary rights. If you like that video, please like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. Send down any...
There you go. He's so good for a laugh. I agree with a lot of what he says, but some of what he says, like, for instance, there's a bee in here. It's a wild bee. Or it's a fly. No, I think it's a fly. It's a big-ass fly. Right? What is that? I think it's a fucking housefly. I think it's a giant housefly. Ooh, it's about to fly back out the window. It's about to figure it out. Fly back outside, dude. You're almost there. What is it? It is a... Oh. It landed. It's a fucking... It's a housefly, I think. Ooh, maybe it's a horsefly. bet it's a horsefly. Dude, they're so dumb. They can't figure out how to fly back out the fucking window. He's trying to figure out how to get outside. There. You're almost there, bro. You're almost there. You're almost there. You kidding me? Dude. It's right there. You're almost there. You were so close. He's on the fucking... Yeah, it's got to be a fucking horsefly. He's landed on the curtain rod. That is a big fucking fly, bro. Holy shit. Don't tell me what to do. I'll do what I want. I'll turn my mics around when I want to. God, everyone's so rude about my microphones. You're so freaking rude. Do this, do that. Bossing me. Fucking A. Oh, it's a bee. It's a wild bee. Dude, it's a wild bee. It's got a little, those things are bad as fuck, dude. It's got like, they're black and yellow. It's got a little snorkel nose. And they're really odd shaped. And he can't figure out how to get out, man. He's all fuzzy. They're fuzzy. He's on my light fixture. Mostly black. I can get a picture of him. If he chills right there for a second. Yeah, these things are really weird looking. Now he's flying around again. Up, he's about to go out the door. Jeez. My phone's been acting weird since the last update. They fucked it up. Oh yeah, they fucked my phone up. You can tell. Fucking engineers. We're engineers. Engineers. Really get a good picture of them, but I got a little video of them. Let me see. Yeah, you can't really see. It's kind of weird looking. It's a weird looking bud. If I close all the blinds, okay, close that, close this, Close that and close that. And then close these blinds over here. Up this whole area. Now we'll turn this light off and we'll close this blind too. That door is wide open. There, he's flying around right now. Okay, he's right there. He's right by the door. He's down low. He's up a little too high. Now up. Boom. Out he goes. It worked. Just like that. Oh man. I got a problem here. I got a dysfunction issue. Some kind of a dysfunction issue with my microphone. Here we go. All right. Cool. Good. It flew out the that was easy. I can't believe how easy that was. All I did was close all the blinds and left the door open. The open door open, and sure, out he went. Let me go close that door. I'm going to close that door. I get to eat at 10 o'clock. What? What time is it? Not in less than an hour, I get to eat. I get to break my fast. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. I'm going to eat. Anyhow, I love you guys. Thanks for watching the show. I hope you guys had fun, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks so much.